The 1980p United States quarter dollar, Washington quarter, is a copper-nickel clad coin struck at the Philadelphia Mint, identified by the P Mint mark, which by 1980 had become a standard feature on circulating Philadelphia coins, except cents. This quarter belongs to the long-running Washington quarter series, first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, and it remained largely unchanged in design until the 1999 launch of the 50-state quarters program. The obverse, front, of the 1980p quarter features John Flanagan left-facing bust of George Washington, with the word Liberty inscribed along the upper left rim, the national motto "In God We Trust" placed to the left of Washington's neck, and the date 1980 positioned at the bottom. The design emphasizes classical balance and restraint, reflecting early 20th century American neoclassical medallic art. The reverse, back, displays a heraldic bald eagle with wings spread, clutching a bundle of arrows to symbolize strength and readiness, with olive branches beneath to represent peace, surrounded by the inscriptions United States of America and E Pluribus Unum, while the denomination quarter dollar appears along the bottom rim. The coin has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, a weight of 5.67 grams, and a reeded edge, and it is composed of a clad structure consisting of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core, a composition adopted in 1965 when the U.S. removed silver from circulating quarters due to rising bullion prices. An uncirculated, mint state, 1980p quarter is one that shows nowhere from circulation, retaining original mint luster, sharp details in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, and clean rims, though it may still exhibit minor contact marks from mint handling. Grading for such coins typically ranges from MS-60 to MS-67, with higher grades showing stronger luster, fewer marks, and better strike quality. In 1980, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of quarters, making the 1980p a common issue, widely encountered in both circulated and uncirculated condition, which means it is generally not rare, though examples in exceptionally high grades or with notable mint errors, such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or die cracks, can attract collector interest. Historically, the 1980p quarter reflects a transitional era in U.S. coinage and American society, minted during a period of inflation, economic uncertainty, and changing monetary habits, yet still adhering to traditional national symbols and mottos that emphasize unity, liberty, and shared identity. For collectors, this coin is often included in date and mint Washington quarter sets, uncirculated mint rolls, or U.S.-type collections, valued more for condition and completeness than scarcity, and it serves as a tangible example of late 20th century U.S. circulating coinage that bridges classic design with modern mass production. Next top. The 1988D United States quarter dollar is a circulating coin from the long-established Washington quarter series, struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark located on the obverse to the right of George Washington's ponytail. This coin continues the classic design introduced in 1932, created by sculptor John Flanagan, which honored the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth and went on to become one of the most recognizable and enduring designs in U.S. coinage history until it was replaced for regular circulation by the 50-state quarters program in 1999. The obverse of the 1988D quarter features a dignified, left-facing portrait of George Washington, modeled loosely after a bust by French sculptor Jean-Antoine Houdon, with the word Liberty inscribed prominently along the upper left rim, the national motto "In God We Trust" placed to the left of Washington's neck, and the date 1988 centered along the bottom edge. The design emphasizes stability, tradition, and Republican ideals through its restrained classical style. The reverse depicts a powerful bald eagle with wings fully spread, clutching a bundle of arrows that symbolize national defense and strength, while olive branches beneath the eagle represent peace. Surrounding this central image are the inscriptions United States of America across the top and E Pluribus Unum, out of many, one, just below, reinforcing the theme of unity, with the denomination quarter dollar clearly displayed at the bottom. The coin measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, weighs 5.67 grams, and has a reeded edge, and it is composed of a copper-nickel clad structure, consisting of outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core, a metallic composition adopted in 1965 when silver was removed from circulating quarters due to rising bullion values. In terms of production, the Denver Mint struck well over 400 million quarters in 1988, making the 1988 D quarter a very common coin, readily found in circulation, rolls, and mint sets, and therefore not rare in most grades. However, uncirculated examples, especially those with strong original mint luster, minimal contact marks, and a sharp strike, are more desirable to collectors, with grading typically ranging from MS60 to MS67, and premium value generally reserved for the highest certified. Examples. While the majority of 1988 D quarters are worth little more than face value in circulated condition, collectors pay attention to exceptional specimens in mint errors, such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, clipped planchets, or unusual die cracks, which can significantly increase a coin's collectible value. Historically, the 1988 D quarter reflects late, Cold War America and the economic and social environment of the late 1980s, a period marked by technological growth, global political change, and continued reliance on traditional coinage in everyday commerce, before the major redesign initiatives of the late 1990s transformed U.S. quarters into educational and commemorative pieces. For numismatists, the 1988 D Washington quarter is an important component of date and mint collections, uncirculated roll sets, and modern U.S.-type collections, valued less for rarity and more for its role as a representative example of modern mass-produced American coinage that faithfully carries enduring national mottos, Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and E Pluribus Unum, which together express the foundational ideals of freedom, faith, and unity in the United States. Next top. The 1989 P United States Washington quarter dollar is a modern U.S. circulating coin struck by the Philadelphia Mint, identified by the P Mint mark located to the right of Washington's ponytail on the obverse, and it represents one of the final years of the pre-statehood Washington quarter design before the 1999 to 2008 state quarters program transformed U.S. coinage. Composed of a copper-nickel-clad alloy, 91.67% copper core bonded between two outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, a reeded edge, and a plain metallic appearance, and it retains the classic design introduced by sculptor John Flanagan in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, with the obverse featuring a left-facing bust of Washington based on Jean-Antoine Houdon's 1786 sculpture. Inscriptions on the obverse include Liberty at the top, In God We Trust to the left of Washington's neck, and the date 1989 at the bottom. All of which are sharply defined on uncirculated, often mistakenly written as untilled, examples, meaning coins that were never released into general circulation and therefore show nowhere on high points such as Washington's hair curl, cheekbone, or jawline, though they may still exhibit mint luster, bag marks, or minor contact marks from the minting and storage process. The reverse depicts a heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows to symbolize defense and strength, with an olive branch beneath representing peace, surrounded by the inscriptions United States of America at the top and E Pluribus Unum above the eagle, while quarter dollar appears below, and on well-preserved uncirculated specimens, fine details such as individual feather lines, shield definition, and talon clarity remain crisp and reflective. The 1989 P quarter had a very large mintage of approximately 512,868,000 coins, making it common in circulated grades but still collectible in high mint state, MS65 and above, condition, especially those with strong luster, minimal marks, and good strike quality, and while it contains no silver, silver quarters ended in 1964, except for special collector issues. It holds historical interest as part of the long-running Washington Quarter series and as a snapshot of late Cold War-era U.S. coinage. In terms of value, most uncirculated 1989 P quarters are worth face value to a few dollars depending on grade, with premium prices reserved for coins graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC that achieve top condition ratings, and while errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or planchet anomalies can significantly increase value, standard examples are primarily collected for their condition rather than rarity. Culturally and symbolically, the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and E pluribus unum reflect foundational American ideals, freedom, faith, and unity from many into one, and the 1989 P quarter stands as a widely accessible yet historically meaningful coin that bridges traditional U.S. coin artistry and the modern mass-production era, making it a common but respected piece among collectors, educators, and enthusiasts who appreciate the continuity and symbolism of American currency. Next top. The 1998 P United States Washington quarter dollar is a significant modern U.S. coin because it represents the final year of the original Washington quarter design for general circulation before the launch of the state quarters program in 1999, making it historically important despite its common availability, and it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, identified by the P Mint mark located on the obverse to the right of George Washington's ponytail. The coin is often described as untilled, but the correct numismatic term is uncirculated, meaning the coin was never released into everyday commerce and therefore shows nowhere on the highest design points, though it may still display minor contact marks from mint handling, while retaining original mint luster that can appear satiny or slightly reflective. The obverse design, created by sculptor John Flanagan and first introduced in 1932, features a left-facing portrait of George Washington inspired by Jean-Antoine Hodan's classical bust, with the word Liberty boldly inscribed across the top rim, "In God We Trust," positioned to the left of Washington's neck, and the date 1998 at the bottom, all of which appear sharply struck on uncirculated examples, especially in Washington's hair detail, cheek, and jawline. The reverse displays the long-used heraldic eagle design, symbolizing national strength and vigilance, with the eagle holding arrows in its talons to represent defense and military readiness, while an olive branch beneath signifies peace, and above the eagle is the Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, reflecting the unity of the states, with United States of America arching around the top and quarter dollar along the bottom, and in well-preserved uncirculated pieces, feather details, shield lines, and lettering edges remain crisp and fully defined. Composition-wise, the 1998 P quarter is a copper-nickel-clad coin, consisting of a pure copper core sandwiched between outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighing 5.67 grams, measuring 24.26 millimeters in diameter, and featuring a reeded edge, with no silver content, as silver quarters were discontinued for circulation after 1964. The Philadelphia Mint produced an exceptionally large mintage of approximately 896,268,000 coins, making the 1998 P quarter very common in circulated condition, yet still desirable in high mint state grades, MS65 to MS67, where strong luster, clean surfaces, and precise strikes elevate collector interest. In terms of value, most uncirculated examples are worth face value to a few dollars, while professionally graded top-quality specimens can command higher premiums, and coins exhibiting mint errors, such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, double dies, or lamination flaws, may be worth substantially more. Symbolically, the inscriptions "Liberty, in God We Trust," and E pluribus unum reflect enduring American ideals of freedom, faith, and unity, and as the last standard Washington quarter before the dramatic redesign of U.S. circulating coinage, the 1998 P quarter occupies a unique place in U.S. numismatic history, serving as both a widely accessible collector coin and a meaningful representation of the end of a 66-year design era in American money.